Hello everyone, it's Marie. Welcome to my channel. I made such a bright and wonderful bracelet and would like to share with you the process of making it. First I'll show you how to make one side of the bracelet, then the other, and at the end I'll show you how to attach a magnetic clasp like this. I fell in love with this design. The bracelet looks very good on the hand, goes with many outfits, and at the same time the process of making it is quite simple and fast. So I wish you pleasant viewing, good mood and inspiration. Let's begin. I took black thread so you can see the whole process better. And first we need to collect 8 Tila beads and 8 white beads, alternating them with each other. I pick up Tila beads in random order. Bring these beads down. Leave the short end long enough to tie a few knots. Now we need to pass the needle through all of these beads, but from opposite sides, like this. Now we need to tie a few knots. 3 is usually enough. Then we will cut the short end of the threads. Done. Now we need to pass the needle through all of the beads of the resultant circle again in order to better secure the base of our element. And we're ready to continue. Now you need to pass the needle through the upper hole of this Tila, like this. Now we will pick up 2 white beads each time and pass the needle through the upper holes of the Tila beads. So we have made the first side of our first element. Next we will make the second element. That is, first we will complete one side and only then move on to the second. For the second element we first pick up one white bead, one Tila bead and one white bead, and then pass the needle through this Tila bead, but from the other side, like this. Now we need to pass the needle through the top hole of this Tila bead. And then we pick up 8 white beads and 7 Tila beads, alternating them with each other, like this. And now we need to pass the needle through this Tila bead, but from the other side. Now we need to pass the needle through the top hole of this Tila. Next we will pick up 2 white beads each time and pass the needle through the top holes of the Tila beads. The first sides of the two elements are ready. To move on to the third element, we need the thread to come out of this Tila. So the thread is where it needs to be, and we are ready to continue. Now I will show you again the process of making the first side of the element. The first element is ready. The fourth and subsequent elements are made in the same way. And in order to continue, we need the thread to come out of the central Tila bead here. Continue in the same way until the length of the elements is equal to the length of the bracelet you need. And next, I will show you how to make the second side of the bracelet. Now I will show you how the second side is made. For this side, for each of the elements, we will take the colors that are present on the first side. And now first we need to take one yellow Tila bead. Now we need to pass the needle through the lower yellow Tila, like this. Let's repeat this to better secure the beads together. Now we need to move to the bottom holes of the beads and secure them together. Ready, and now we pass the needle through the top hole of the Tila. And next we will pick up 2 beads each time and pass the needle through the top holes of the Tila beads, like this. Next we will insert the Tila beads. We need to take the same colors of beads as on the first side. That is, here below we have a blue Tila, then we will now take the blue one too. and then pass the needle through the 2 white beads. Next we need to repeat these steps. And sometimes we need to help the tila to get into its place correctly, like this. Now we need to pass the needle into the bottom hole of the tila bead. Next we will pick up one white bead each time and pass the needle through the lower holes of the tila beads. Now the two sides of the first element are ready and we need to move on to the second. First, let's go to the top hole of the tila. Now we need to pick up one white bead, one tila bead and one white bead. And then go through the yellow tila bead with the needle. Now we need to secure this gray Tila bead. We fix it in the same way as the yellow one in the first element, by connecting it to the lower bead, first through the upper holes, then through the lower ones. So we've secured this part and we can continue. We continue in the same way as we did the first element. And now I'll show you this process one more time. run out of threads, so now I'll show you how to add a new one. Before adding a new thread, we need to tie a few knots and hide the old thread in the beads. Now I'll show you how to do it. The old thread is securely hidden and its end is cut off. Now we will add a new thread. Adding thread occurs in the same way as we just removed the old thread. We will pass the needle through the beads, tying knots along the way. So let's begin. The thread is added and we immediately go to the bottom hole of the Tila to complete the inner row of these elements. We can also cut off the short end of the thread so that it doesn't get in the way. And we are ready to continue. So I completely finished the second element. The first and subsequent elements are made in the same way as the second element. Continue this way until the end of the bracelet, and then I will show you how to attach the clasp. My bracelet is ready, and now I need to attach the clasp. I already added a new thread. Look where it should come from. And first we need to pick up 3 white beads. Next we pass the needle through the clasp, like this. Now we need to pass the needle through the first bead, like this. And then we need to pick up 2 white beads. We picked up 2 white beads. And now we need to pass the needle through the following beads. 1 white, 1 Tila and 1 more white bead, like this. And again we pick up 3 beads and pass the needle through the second hole of the clasp. Now we need to pass the needle through the first bead and then pick up 2 white beads, as we did before. We pick up 2 white beads and now we need to pass the needle through the next white bead, like this. Now we need to go to the other side and do the same there. Ready, and before we start attaching the other side of the clasp, we need to pass the needle through all the beads and holes of the clasp here one more time to better secure the clasp. So one part of the clasp is attached. Now, before moving on to the other, we need to tie a few knots and hide the threads in the beads, as I showed earlier. Then, you need to add a new thread to the other side of the bracelet, and then I will show you the process of attaching the clasp on the other side. So the clasp is almost ready. All that remains is to pass the needle again through the beads and the holes of the clasp to better secure it. Then you can tie knots and hide the thread in the beads. Then cut off the remaining end of the thread and the bracelet will be ready. I completed the bracelet and it turned out amazing. I am very happy with it. Thank you for being with me and see you in next videos.